Hello, I'm here with my review of Wrestle Kingdom 11. I I really don't know what to say. This show was just amazing, right? Like as you can probably tell, I'm recording this right after I watched it. I'm exhausted. But I wanted to review the show going into it, and I came out of it reminded, at least by that last match, man, why I love pro wrestling. And it's just amazing. Um, I wanted to just start from the top, start from everything from the beginning, but I can't not talk about Okada and Omega first. I can't bring myself to go backward, go to the back and work my way back up to that. But like, you want to talk about match of the year? I dare anyone to try and top that match this year. Um, yeah, I don't see it possible to top Omega and Okada. Um, the only match I could see potentially topping Okada versus Omega is another Okada versus Omega match. But I mean, it's January, and I'm saying this should be the match of the year, which is amazing. I wrote notes down for every match, but I mean, the first note I wrote down for Omega versus Okada is about how cool their entrances were, but the match was far better than just to talk about their entrances, man. Like, Kenny Omega is gotta be, he has gotta be one of the best wrestlers in the world right now. Same to Okada. Two of the top guys in the whole world. And I mean, when you look at WWE, the only guy I can put in a caliber of talent that can put on a match like this is AJ Styles. And I say that because he's put on great matches. Maybe not. I mean, it's gonna take some time to decompress because at this moment, I coming out of the match and I'm thinking that was one of the greatest matches I've ever seen, if not the greatest match I've ever seen live. But and I mean, I say that as a 20-year-old, so I mean, there hasn't been too many great matches that I've seen live from, like, I mean, probably the only one that I've seen live, and it doesn't even come close to this, but it was great. Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker at WrestleMania 25. But that was, if you would have asked me before the show, what was your favorite match you've ever seen live? And I would have said that. But after this, it's Omega versus Okada. Um, I think I'm just gonna have this be a Kenny Omega versus Okada review, and do the rest of Wrestle Kingdom later, because this match, it was awesome. It was every definition of the word awesome. But I wanted to get back to real fast, guys in WWE. Now, AJ's, I doubt AJ's the only guy in WWE right now that could come to New Japan and have kick-ass matches. I just wanted to say that before I continue on with Kenny and Okada, but just all the near falls with the Rainmakers, like the first Rainmaker, I was convinced that was it. I'm like, Kenny's done, right? But then he kicked out, and I was just amazed. I haven't been getting huge into New Japan until just recently. I went back. I, I saw Wrestle Kingdom 10, not live, but I saw it a month after it happened, and I kind of just stopped. I stopped watching New Japan because I didn't have New Japan World, but I kept up with who were the champions and stuff. But just recently I went back and watched Wrestle Kingdom 9, which was a great show. I rewatched 10 in anticipation for 11, and I mean, I went back to watch Wrestle Kingdom 9 and then Wrestle Kingdom 10. I'm like, looking back at it, how much I've missed over the years, because mainly the pro wrestling I watch is WWE. And I catch some Ring of Honor here and there, and I catch Lucha Underground here and there. But this was my first live New Japan show I got to watch. And I walked into the I started watching the Okada versus Omega match thinking, how are they going to top Naito versus Tanahashi? Man, Naito and Tanahashi had a great match. But Okada and Omega, I can't even put into words how much this match is just great. But I've gone on for 6 minutes of just saying it's great. I'm exhausted. I mean, started watching Okada and Omega, and I wasn't tired because the whole show kept me up. And and it's not tired in a bad way. I'm tired from the emotional roller coaster that match put me on, because just constantly you think it's over, and it's not. And then in the end, when it is, you're not you're kind of like, that's it, but you're holding out hope. Maybe it isn't. Maybe they go just a few more minutes, and the end is a disappointment, not because of the ending being a disappointment, but because you don't want to stop watching them wrestle. And that is something that's missing from WWE that I've never seen in my lifetime, based on me just being young. And I'm sure back in the day there were matches that made you feel that way, but I can't think of one off the top of my head that I've seen in, let's see here, I'm 20 now. I've started watching wrestling when I was 5, so my 15 years of wrestling, I don't think I've felt more emotionally drained from a match because of how much I cared, not because of my caring about... I didn't even, I had barely seen any Okada matches going into this match. I was mainly watching Kenny Omega matches on New Japan World, because I am a big fan of the Young Bucks, and I felt I really would be a fan of Kenny Omega, and I was. But just the way that even Carino and Kevin Kelly on commentary made you care about what's going on in the ring. I mean, no WWE announcer right now, I think, could make you feel that way about a match because of the way they're so overproduced. I'm gonna leave it there, and I will do the whole show recap whenever I get some sleep. But that is just my off the top of my head reaction to Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada's match. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys like this video, leave a like. If you want to see more reviews, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. In terms of TEW today, I will not be posting one. I'll make it up, post 2 tomorrow. I will see you guys next time.